shines bright, wondering why it's only after dawn.
Last night an angel came to say, I'm sad your grandma passed away. But now my grandma got a rave, my grandma got a rave, my grandma got a rave in the grave. Rave in the grave. My grandma got a rave, my grandma got a rave in the grave. Granny wouldn't mind it when she passed away, and now I got it all explained.
Damn, I'm sure glad Jenny sent me the self-driving Uber. I didn't even have to ask her to. It just showed up with the note. Hey everybody, it's your dog, Bandit Wilkins, here with D-Bone Gaming. Today we're going to be playing Tyree Sneed's new video game. Let's check it out. Alright, let's get started here.
Yep, feel that.
I somehow imagine this is much like his actual life.
Now you have a friend in the paper business.
Now, nigga, you got a friend in the Batman business.
Oh yeah, figures there's a game glitch.
Yep, feel that. Yep, feel that. Yep, feel that.
Now you have a friend in the paper business.
Nigga, you serious? Nigga, you serious?
The way he would have avoided that in real life.
Nigga, you serious?
Ah, shit!
How did you see that? Ran into a truck. Nigga, you've been sneeded.
You know what? Fuck this game. You know what? I'm gonna head off, you guys. You can catch my channel in about 15 minutes. I'm gonna be streaming blindfolded guitar covers whilst I hold my head under a bucket of boiling water. Check it out. See you later. Peace out.
Every year, at least 30 Wiggers disappear because of domestic abuse. Are you, or someone you know, a Wigger in need?
The Internet Wiggers in Need Foundation is dedicated to rehoming wayward Wiggers who have been victims of internet bullying and domestic abuse.
Because nobody wants to imagine a world without Wiggers.
Hello and welcome everybody to the third annual GNN NMAD Cowloween special. I'm your host, Bandit Wilkins. Tonight we're going to be reviewing a lost interview I had with Art Bell on Coast to Coast AM. For the first segment, Art and I discussed my escape from 339 Lloyd Street and that disgusting little goblin. In the second half, Art invited me to stick around on panel and talk with Tyree Sneed, Jenny from the Block, and their special guest. So on this Halloween night, sit back, open a bottle of something, light the end of something, inhale it, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a very special episode of Coast to Coast. With me, Art Bell, and my special guest, Bandit Wilkins. Tonight we'll be talking about the Goblin of 339 Lloyd Street, also known as Syrax and his Christian name of Chance Wilkins. Bandit, welcome to the show, and how are you doing today?
Well, thank you, Art. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Big fan of the show. Big fan indeed.
So Bandit, some have described the goblin to be a vile, disgusting, nasty little creature. Some have been known to say he has overinflated ego, going so far as to call himself a music genius, a rock god, a race car driver, a writer, an actor, a director, a poet, and also artist, yet having the skills to do none of it. Is that true?
Yes, that is true, Art. He has zero skill whatsoever, yet he thinks that he's this amazing artist, poet, musician. I mean, he thinks that he can do it all when he can't do anything at all. I mean, it's the saddest thing I've probably ever seen in my life. He truly has a pathetic little existence.
Bandit, we've also heard rumors of pedophilia, violence towards his elders, weird masturbational habits, sticking articles in his orifice and masturbating with food-type products, as well as some unsavory acts with peanut butter. Can you elaborate that, Bandit?
Yes, Art. There were many times that he would masturbate in weird fashion and with weird things. There was a time he took a piece of pepperoni, twisted it up, and tried to shove it down his urethra.
Oh my.
There's times where he took a fidget spinner and wrapped it around his weird little goblin knob and tried to get off with that. I mean, the guy's depraved. And as far as the peanut butter is concerned, I'd much rather not talk about that. Thank you very much.
Now, I've heard tales of him keeping his grandma and her bang piece up at night, screaming at the internet trolls, keeping them up by singing and playing music off key, making everyone just absolutely hate him with every word that spills out his rancid mouth. Bandit, tell me, does the goblin have any natural predators in the wild?
Yes, Art, he does have a lot of natural enemies out in the wild, starting with 1,000 internet trolls. But I would say the one that had the biggest impact on him would be Music Biz Marty.
And by impact, you mean?
He impacted his little goblin ass right into the ground.
And did he learn anything from that? Did it humble him, maybe bring him down a peg or two?
No, Art, not at all. Like, not even 30 minutes later, he was back talking shit, insisting he won the fight, insisting that Marty couldn't beat him, and he didn't beat him honorably, and yada, yada, yada. Just the typical goblin bullshit.
And Bandit, what sparked everything to make Music Biz Marty do that to him? Would you say it's justified?
Yes, Art, I believe it's completely justified. Marty was dating a young lady. She unfortunately passed away, and like literally a day or two later, Cyrax asked Marty for her nudes, actually insisting that she would want him to have her nudes. So yes, I believe that Marty was in his complete right to go after the goblin in such a manner.
When my wife, Ramona, passed, one of my neighbors asked for her nudes. I punched him in the stomach, and then as he kneeled over, I pushed his head into a puddle until the bubbles started to slow down. He learned his lesson. He learned his lesson.
Sounds like he learned a lot quicker than Cyrax ever did.
Now, Bandit, you lived with a goblin for a number of years. Being a dog with a heightened sense of smell and hearing, did that have any type of effect on you?
Oh God, did it ever, Art? I mean, is just a rancid household with screeching noises. I mean, literally, every chance I got, I would escape just to go eat the ass end of a dead raccoon to get the smell of that little goblin out of my goddamn nostrils.
So Bandit, I understand, he is in his 30s, sits behind a plastic steering wheel, like it's a real car. I mean, what could possibly be going through his little goblin brain besides bedbug larvae?
No, you're absolutely right, Art. No one knows what's going through his goblin brain, to be quite honest. I mean, he's just a silly bastard.
Now, when you say silly bastard, can you give me an example of some of the silliness that would take place with him or to him?
Well, geez, I don't know where to begin on that, Art. I mean, the constant catfishing, the constant falling for different schemes brought up against him. I mean, there's a whole list. He dresses up in a samurai outfit some days, waves a plastic sword around or waves a tripod around. I mean, he'll get mad and raise his voice and be like, and like that's going to scare anybody. I mean, first off, the guy can't drive, so how's he going to get to anybody to kick their ass? And even if he couldn't kick anybody's ass. It wouldn't happen. I mean, the first couple times Marty showed up, Cyrax was actually hiding under the bed in my usual hiding spot. So, I mean, it was me, Cyrax. I'm like, hey, what the hell are you doing here? And he pushed me out of the way. I mean, pushed his own dog out of the freaking way. I mean, the guy has no sympathy or compassion. I mean, all I would have to eat are leftover discarded Hot Pocket bits, and half the times he would come back and get those, even if it's been days later. So, I mean, it's a total calamity with this guy of just silliness. I mean, an avalanche of just moronitardic retardation rolling down the hill that is his life.
Bandit, it sounds like you had persevere through a lot. When was your snapping point, and how did you finally get away from 339 Lloyd Street?
Well, Art, there really wasn't just one snapping point. It was accumulation of everything. Just one day I couldn't take it anymore, so I decided, hey, I'm gonna fake my own death.
And how did you fake your own death?
Oh, well, Art, I'll tell you. I had to wait for the right timing. So one night, I noticed they gave Chance some extra gummies in his Hot Pocket to make him pass out, which was good. And Ed, Sally's bang piece, he was on some extra perk 30s that night. So he was extra passed out. And Sally was just tired from running around and cleaning up after and feeding and caring for the little goblin bastard. So I noticed everybody was passed out. So, using one of Sally's old merkins and some chicken bones, I forged a, let's say, copy of myself, a dummy, to make it appear that I was dead. Then I just sauntered off into the night.
And for those at home that don't know, a merkin is what exactly?
It's a pubic wig, Art. It's a wig for your private regions. Simulates pubic hair. It's a pubic wig.
Oh my.
Yep.
And did Sally have a lot of merkins around the house? And if so, why would she have so many?
Art, let me tell you, this old coos had one for almost every day of the week. I kid you not. She had red ones, green ones, brown ones, black ones, blonde ones, I mean, purple ones. I mean, just, it was just an amazing thing. And why she had so many, I have no idea. I do know I caught Cyrax trying one on to wear it as hair a couple times. So, yeah, he think I didn't see him, but, oh, I saw you. I saw you, you little goblin bastard.
So, Bandit, what happened after you initially escaped? I know you're hosting GNN now. Great show, by the way. I love it.
Oh, thank you, Art. I love your show, too. Well, Art, I came across Negasonic middle-aged dickhead. He took me in and gave me the hosting duties of GNN. So, he knew I was looking for a place, and I just escaped the goblin, and Negasonic gave me a safe place.
And Bandit, I've noticed you haven't done a GNN in a while. What have you been doing in the meantime?
Well, Art, I've been in Japan hosting a game show called Itsuyachi Maru.
And what is that? What kind of game show?
Well, Art, it's a game show where we get two male contestants. They stand across from each other, completely nude. Only thing covering their genitalia is a big, clear glass bowl full of cuttlefish. Now, what they have to do is eat the cuttlefish. And whoever finishes first wins, and the loser has to see the winner's junk.
Oh, my.
And at the same time, there's a group of audience of people is throwing actual cuttlefish into the bowls. They're trying to make it in so the bowls are constantly refilling. It's something to pass the time. A lot of yen.
And do you always have Asian cartoon eyes, or is that just when you're in Japan? What causes that?
Ecstasy, Art. Yep. Japanese ecstasy. Lots of it.
So you're in Japan hosting a game show doing Japanese ecstasy. Sounds like you're just having a load of fun. Do you have any plans to come back and do some more GNN?
Well, yes, Art. I'm actually back working on a Halloween special literally as we speak.
A Halloween special, those are fun, aren't they? You know, every year we have Ghost to Ghost as our special. I just love it. I really do.
Yeah, Art, so do I. I really love it too. And I always catch all your Ghost to Ghost when you have them. Excellent programs.
Now, Bandit, as much as I love talking about Halloween, and Halloween specials, we have to get back to the Goblin and the pedophilia accusations. So understand he was talking to what he thought was a 14-year-old.
Yes, Art.
And doesn't understand that act in itself was wrong. I guess that part didn't seep into his goblin brain. What business does he have talking to somebody that young anyway? And I'm to also understand he assaulted a blind kid. Man, they should have locked this guy up and thrown away the key.
Well, Art, that almost happened. He literally just beat a court case. So, you know, I mean, it's a weird thing sometimes.
Now, Bandit, you said he just beat a court case. Why do you think that is? Perhaps the judge felt sorry for him based on the way he looked and acted. Maybe the judge knew he was special, or do you think it was just the letdown in the system, letdown in the judicial system?
Oh, geez, Art, you know, that could be literally a number of different things. Maybe the judge did feel sorry for him. Maybe they looked at him and knew that he wasn't right in the head, and they said, oh, let's let this little handy-tarred kid go. Maybe someone on the prosecuting side didn't do what they were supposed to do. I don't know. Sometimes it is a letdown. I mean, the courts, they work in mysterious ways.
You're absolutely right, Bandit. The courts do work in mysterious, strange ways. I had to go through that one when my neighbor tried to sue me for punching him in the stomach and drowning him.
Yeah, it can be pretty messed up sometimes, Art, you know, but unfortunately, that is the world we live in.
Bon Bandit, you are absolutely right. That is the world we live in, unfortunately, but what can we do? There are a lot of crazies out there.
There are a lot of crazies out there, Art, but you know what? Thanks to the internet, we don't have to leave our houses to find them.
Bandit, speaking of crazies, our next segment's going deal with the Brownsville Batman, also known as Tyree Sneed. And as I understand it, you are somewhat of a Sneedologist. Would you like to stick around for the next segment?
That's very tempting, Art. I love talking all things Sneed, but I do have some tie hookers in the trunk of my Crown Vic. But you know what? No, never mind. There's a box of Ritz back there. They'll be all right. Yeah, I'll stick around. Let's do this.
Excellent. It should be a good upcoming segment, everybody. We will have Tyree Sneed on panel, along with Bandit, while his tie hookers eat the crackers in the trunk of his Crown Vic. We will have Tyree's significant other, Jenny from the block, also known as Jennifer Loves Life Now. And we have a special surprise guest coming to talk to Tyree as well. Coming up on the next segment of Coast to Coast. Stick around.
Real. But you really doing it. Stop fucking other guys. It's not that fucking difficult. Stop. I don't understand how that's a difficult thing. Like, chain yourself to a chair in your house. I don't fucking know. You can stop if you really want to stop. Stop collecting people as butterflies and sources. Stop.